Yo, we live. Man, man, I ain't gonna lie. I am shocked, Dell. You called that one. I give you your flowers on that. No, they didn't flip the script. No, because like we talked, or at least me and you talked about before the live. Saquon said he had a dream during the post game interview against the Washington Commanders that he would play in the Super Bowl and that he win. So they didn't flip shit. What they did do is save face from the rigged allegations for now. For now.
Yeah, they
What you
did do that.
yeah,
They
what did
did
you think of the
that.
game though?
I loved every second of it. I loved every second of it, bro. You know, it was just a lot of slander on me through your comments. They'll talking about skill. Hey, what happened? I mean, come on, bro. Thank you, Lo, for giving me my flowers. I know these people won't give me my flowers, but you know, apparently Dale don't know what you talking about. So, oh, and I hope you on alert. Whoever put 5K on the Chiefs said that was going to be the easiest bet of all time. So, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, sir.
Yeah, man, that was the way Patrick Mahomes played, it reminded me of that Buccaneers game. I mean, even Tom Brady said it where he's rolling out to the right side, you know what I'm saying, throwing it to the dirt, throwing it out of bounds away from people. And of course, there were some drops too, some big crucial drops on third down that hurt him. They were down 24. He had 24 yards passing. We know why, certain basketball player in LA. Yeah, that was that. I ain't gonna lie, it's unexpected. And even though Hurts is a black quarterback that won, Lamar Jackson still ain't winning. So do not ask me is Lamar gonna win the Super Bowl. It's not gonna happen. Jalen Hurts is, he a safe nigga.
Nigga brought it home, man. Brought it home.
How many national championships did he win? Just the one or two?
He got the. Damn, that's a good question. I
Because
think
let's
that
see,
was
he won when he got benched because Tua came in past to
good.
Devontae Smith. So Smith got it one in college and in the pros
And
too.
pros, Jalen
Uh,
Carter too. I think.
yeah, Georgia, you're right. I'm trying to remember if they
Hey,
won. Did they win that next year? Was that no? That was the one I think Georgia won because Hurts came in the game in the SEC championship game, led him to the win then, and then they had the rematch in Georgia. Yeah, so I think he got the one in college.
yeah, you got the one. Erda. They flipped the script. No, they didn't, bro.
Nah, it was Philly from the whole start.
You the one that said that you picked the Eagles in the comments and called me a clown. Nigga, where are your receipts? Nigga. All y'all, whoever's saying Eagles, bro, y'all didn't have the same energy on Thursday, bro. Stop.
I know Yusuf happy as hell. I know he think he a Philly person too, so I know he happy.
Yeah. I mean, he was in the comments too. He was repping Philly though. Remember that?
Yeah, he rep Philly in every sport. Sixers, he rep Philly, man. Philly through and through. But yeah, they definitely made sure that the casual fans were happy. They were like, okay, we got the Swifties last year.
Mm,
Now we got to bring back the other fans and shit. And I'm
yeah.
glad they didn't show Taylor Swift a whole lot either, because
They
Kelsey
didn't.
didn't do a whole lot, so there was no point in showing them. They didn't score a whole lot of points, so there was no point in showing her. And when they did score, the game was over anyway. So they're like, yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, they showed her like one time maybe. They were showing all the other stars.
Yeah,
But
I am.
bro, at the end of the sorry, Lo, you know, I love all the comments in here. Eagles defense was flying, and where was all this same energy on Thursday when I said the skill level was a lot different? They got the better O line, D line. Where was all this at? Now y'all giving them their flowers? Stop, please.
So one of y'all definitely picked the Chiefs while y'all capping. I already said that, bro. Yeah, like I said, I'm surprised. What do you think I'm surprised means? That means
Why
you
y'all?
don't expect something. I don't know. I might need to
You didn't
slow up.
even pick the Eagles. You don't have no evidence of you picking the Eagles. So stop.
Said fuck the
Even
Golden
though-
Boy Mahomes. You know what though? They did have this crazy article there. They said they was greasing the poles. Pause. This sounds crazy. In NOLA, and then it was like, you know which fans are known to climb the pole and shit?
Come on, bro.
Eagles fans.
Oh, be fired in the
Hey,
building.
what's up, man? What's up?
What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all? What's up with y'all, good fellas?
What's your thoughts on this game, man? That's what's up. I want to know.
I
I
love
want to know.
I loved it all. I enjoyed it all. And this is exactly what I really wanted to happen, and we called it. No chance in hell the Chiefs would repeat. I'm three-peat. I'm
Repeat.
sorry. No chance in hell the Chiefs would three-peat. For anybody that really, I'm talking about I'm talking about like really thought it and put your money on it. You're bugging the fuck out. You're bugging out. Now at one point he was like, yeah, it just might happen. But when you watch the game, honestly, like the first 3-4 minutes of the game, I said, oh, there go Patrick Mahomes with that scrambling and running back shit. Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I ain't gonna lie, as soon as I saw that, I said, game is over. There's no chance to Chiefs or 3-peat. No chance. That right there was a dead giveaway. As soon as he did that, he's running back. Y'all need to know, as soon as he runs back, the game is over. And I'm gonna say this. Don't be surprised, fellas. We're not gonna see the Chiefs win the championship for a very, very long time. And y'all can record this for anybody watching. You can record it or whatever, use it against me. You ain't seen the Chiefs win no time soon. Forget about it. It's a wrap. And I did say if the Chiefs was gonna lose, Andy Reid gonna lose to his old team, if anything. Don't be surprised if that happens. Patrick Mahomes ain't gonna win no time soon. Andy Reid's never ever winning a Super Bowl ever again in his life. Make sure y'all book it and record this. Today's February 9th. I promise. Let's go.
This nigga be
Nigga
fired.
said.
Hey,
Hey, what's your thoughts on the black quarterback thing? I want to ask you about that.
Oh, congratulations to Jalen Hurts. And I ain't gonna lie, I think all of us is taking credit for that whole black quarterback thing. I don't care what nobody say. I really do think the media was looking at some of our shit, took it and ran with that narrative the way we was talking about it. So I would like to say congratulations for one of our things that we said being broken. Now, with that being said, it's not all the way done because I do want to say this too. I want to see a fully black quarterback, not a Mahomes or a Wilson type, a fully black
You
quarterback.
talking about Lamar? I'm still saying they not gonna give him that shit, and it
Yeah,
ain't
that's
got
what
none.
I want.
It's the other shit I talked about. It's Jalen Hurts
I,
don't have none of that shit to deal with.
I
That's
want
why
to.
Lamar ain't winning one.
I want to see that. You know what I'm saying? And I want to see them be a white quarterback like that. So the Jalen Hurts, yo, congratulations to that. It's broken. But I want to see that happen with other black quarterbacks as well. Not pushing the goalposts at all. But I'm glad that is broken. I'm glad that is broken. But we need to see that being broken also against a white quarterback as well.
Who you think the next QB to get a ring is then?
Just talking about just any quarterback, like white or black, it don't matter.
Yeah, any quarterback.
Shit. Um, so you're saying like next year, basically?
Next year, the next couple years, like take your pick
Uh,
at like 2 or 3 of them.
Jordan Love for sure.
Mhm.
Um, no Joe Burrow, no Josh Allen, unless Josh Allen leaves, right? Damn, but honestly, I'm not gonna lie, it's hard. It's hard. I think these next upcoming years going to be parodies. It's gonna go back to this team win, then this team. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna all take turns.
Yeah,
No
it's not
dynasty.
just gonna be like Patriots,
Yeah,
Chiefs.
it's not gonna
It's
be none of that for a
healthy
while.
mix.
Yeah, that's over, people. That Chief shit, that shit is over. Andy Reid, that shit is over. Travis Kelce, that shit is over.
That
It's
shit
over.
is done for real. That shit
It's
done.
over. Yeah.
Hey,
Literally, it's over, people. That's done. It's
so
over.
so you know how the other day I was talking about overthinking, right?
Yeah.
So look, in one of your comments, somebody said, "I agree with you. The Chiefs' first team ever to three-peat, while Trump will be the first president to ever go to the Super Bowl." and I believe he will end up the first president ever to get a third term. This Super Bowl is a ritual. Can't wait for the halftime show and all the symbolism. So, sir, let's talk about
Hold on.
this. You said first ever third term. It was already a president that had a third and fourth term by the name of Franklin D. Roosevelt. Uh,
Uh-huh.
why y'all giving out false facts out there? Overthinking, like I said.
No, wait. Did they say the first Super Bowl, first president to attend the Super Bowl? Did I hear that part right?
Oh wow, no. Oh yeah. Wow, Trump will be the first president ever to go to the Super Bowl.
Ain't no way, bruh. Out of 40 something president, there's no way he's the first to ever be at the Super Bowl as president. There's no way. You mean to tell me Obama wasn't at a Super Bowl? Ain't no way, bro. I don't believe that. Ain't no way.
That's what I'm saying. Like a lot of people give out false facts. It's just try to
It's
make
like it's
it
just like too much over. Yeah, instead of just
fair, bro.
like
Like
getting to the point, they just thinking about it too much.
exactly, bro.
You right?
Wasn't
Exactly.
George W. Bush at Super Bowl 36 the same year the 911 shit? Correct
I,
me if I'm wrong.
I was
Wasn't
so
and that
yeah,
was in New Orleans too, ironically. But
yeah,
was he not there at that one too?
Oh, I know he was at the World Series hard, but the
yeah,
Super Bowl,
yeah,
Yeah, he said George Bush went to one too.
yeah, exactly.
I know
So
they did
that's
a
what I
little
mean.
segment with Bill Clinton and him. So y'all
People
remember.
give out false facts. Noah E. Yeah, technically nobody can't get a third term, but Franklin D. Roosevelt did get a third and fourth term back in the day.
Spike said
man,
Obama was
listen,
definitely at the Super Bowl. Yeah, I was like, ain't no way Obama wasn't at the
yeah,
Super Bowl. That's Obama, nigga. Like he
yeah.
tried to be in the pop culture and shit.
And
Oh
y'all talking
man,
about Eagles is man. Y'all was talking about a lot of y'all was talking about Commanders. Bro. Stop.
yo, and you know what's so? You know, I also want to say this too officially.
Well,
Um, you know about the whole Eagle shit. I apologize to Eagle fans. Most importantly, about me saying that there's no chance the Eagles can ever win, especially with Nick Foles getting the trophy. Um, That's why I
Statue.
didn't want this matchup. That's what, yeah, statue. I'm sorry, a statue. But that's why I didn't want this matchup because it's like, yo, I said the Chiefs would never three-peat, but I also said the Eagles will not win no time soon. So it was like a bad matchup. But if I had to choose one for real, I would rather see the Eagles win than the Chiefs win three-peat because I
yeah,
was going hard. I said, well, like remember since last year we said that. Remember after the Super Bowl last year, we said no chance that the Chiefs are going to
yeah.
three-peat ever.
So
You know?
Lobo, you even said that earlier on in the year. Chiefs ain't gonna they
Yeah,
gonna
that's
make it.
crazy. I was
Gonna
like,
Yeah.
win. Why didn't you stick to
they
your?
gonna make it for sure.
Why you didn't stick to that?
I mean, the way they kept winning and shit. That's why. It wasn't like they fell off after like week 6 or 7 and then started losing. It's like, okay, nah,
Because
them niggas they kept going and going and going.
one thing I can say is that you did call that, but you did switch your pick at the end. So,
Yeah, I mean, because it
oh,
was the Eagles. That's why.
and then to show y'all, we really bet on these games, right? To really show y'all, we really bet on these games.
Ah,
With that said, I'm pretty sure y'all can see that, right? I'm not. We just not bullshitting over here when we talking.
Mm,
Shit.
not even 60. I knew he didn't score. I didn't know. I didn't know it was that low. Damn. Because they did not keep Saquon involved at all.
at all.
Well, late they
They,
milk the clock, but they didn't really utilize him the way they did against say Washington.
You know what that was? We're gonna give you a championship. You're not getting up. Stop being greedy. You can't have everything. You're gonna get
Yeah,
this
that record.
championship though.
That
Yeah,
record. Yeah.
exactly.
They're like,
Not
yeah.
like people. I hope because you're gonna get people that's gonna say, yo, well, since the Chiefs lost, there's no way that football can be rigged, right? Like that's the narrative they're gonna run with for a couple of weeks. But actually, people know the NFL should have just kept it the way it was, if anything, if they really wanted to have people believe it's not real. I mean, you know that is real. Flipping it and having the Eagles win just to say, oh, you see what happens? I told you, and the rest didn't get involved. Yeah, dumb. That's because they knew what they was gonna do. The Eagles, if the Eagles do win, it's gonna be by a blowout. That's why I kept saying, yo, this game's gonna have to be a blowout. They can't make this game close. It has to be one of those Seattle versus Denver type of games, the
Yeah,
blowout
yeah.
type of games. And they only let They only left 40, not the 49ers. The Chiefs scored 22 points or something like that, just to let Patrick Mahomes put on a little bit of a show. But other than that, the game was a total blowout. When Patrick Mahomes gets sacked like that, you should already know something's going on.
Yeah, he got
It don't
pressure
work
damn near
that.
every play.
Damn near every damn near every play. So I hope the people that always doubted us really look and see like, damn, this game actually exposed it more by having the game go like that. So, you know,
No, 100%. Like even dude at the Lobo that just pulled up the comment, like Frank, talking about Biden wearing an Eagle shirt, and that, again, that's
Bill
overthinking, bro.
Berge. Yeah, I see what you're talking about.
Again, like overthinking, bro. Like just because Mahomes pulled up in a green, overthinking. Stop,
And I still don't say Vegas switched it up. I don't think they
bro. They
switched
didn't,
the
bro.
script or nothing.
nah,
Because I just brought
nope,
up the shit about the
nope,
Saquon dream. They didn't flip shit. The
they
people
ain't flip
didn't
nothing.
force no fucking change. There was none of that. There was none of that whatsoever.
Nope.
Another red flag too was they had at least what 2, 3 leaked scripts that had the Chiefs winning. Like the
Yeah.
most recent one, it was 21-20 Kansas City. That one dropped yesterday. The one before that, I think, was a week before that, and I want to say it's
Mm-hmm.
still at KC winning.
Mm-hmm.
But it was like
And
some 40 something to 40 something high ass scoring game.
uh, yep, crazy,
Yeah,
yo,
so, you know what I
crazy.
mean. Like I said, that Eagles D line did make an effect this game, bro. And I was delusional, crazy, talking about skill don't mean nothing, bro. Come on, get the fuck out of here, dog. They didn't even blitz one single time this fucking game.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all, bro,
That
I'm
that you
speechless.
that no that was actually that's actually a good call because you know what else that I noticed, like not even just what our picks, just what people's thought process in general. A lot of people always say Mahomes is now the new Brady, right? Okay, fair enough. You want to say that, most of the time you're only saying that because of the success that Mahomes is having, just like Brady did. But people never talk about the losses that Brady had to take as well. So if he's the new Brady, let's believe that he's not gonna what? He's not gonna three-peat because Brady never three-peated, right? He's not. He's gonna have to take one season off, and I think that's coming. He's gonna have to do a lot of things that Brady did as far as failure. If y'all gonna compare him and say he's the next Brady, y'all can't just say he's the next Brady every time he has success. You know, he's going to have failures as well. Some people keep forgetting about that. This is another loss for Patrick Mahomes. There's no way in hell he's going to reach 7 Super Bowls as a winner. He already has 2 losses already, right? He's not.
Hmm.
It's just not going to happen, bro. It's just never going to happen. Patrick Mahomes, I go so hard on him because he's a parody quarterback. I do not think he's really good like that. People can put me on record saying that. I don't think he's really that good like that in real football. I see a lot of football quarterbacks in the NFL today that will really smoke him in real backyard football with NFL rules. I do not think he's talented like that. I think he's a prop, but we all know why he was a prop, because of where he plays for. That's just what I think. And I don't expect anybody to believe. I don't want no one to also say the same thing, but that's how I feel about Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah,
I
like his
think
first couple of years, he couldn't read a defense in the NFL. It wasn't until like
at
last
all.
year or the year before that he learned how to read a defense.
Yeah,
But
that's
that
it.
quarterback in Baltimore been knowing how to read a defense, but he just got to stare niggas down and throw picks and shit. But
That's when it
let the
changed.
analysts say it. Oh yeah, he can't read the defense. He a good dual
I
threat
mean,
quarterback. You know.
yeah, and the way Patrick Mahomes, you want to talk about somebody that's dead giveaway. Like, you know how Lamar, when you you know when he's about to throw an interception because the way he just sit there and look at you, right? Like you said. But Patrick Mahomes, bro, when you look at the way he played, you usually know, nah, this game is not going to work out the way we think it's going to work. Chiefs going to take this L. He runs
Hmm.
back too much. Patrick Mahomes, how often does he run back? Patrick Mahomes doesn't
Very
run back
rarely.
like that. And every time he runs back, what happens? They usually lose. That's why I
Yep.
say watching Chiefs games, you have to watch it in play. You have to judge it usually on in play when it comes to a Chiefs game, especially a game like this, because you got to see how Patrick Mahomes behaved and his body language is the first couple of minutes. That usually tells you what's going to happen. That's why I waited. Like as far as who I put my money on, when I went on my FanDuel, I had my FanDuel ready, right? I said I'm gonna see how Patrick Mahomes plays. the way he plays in the first, second drive is going to determine who I'm really going to pick. When I saw him running back, I said Eagles won the championship. I swear to God, Eagles won the championship. He's running back. He doesn't do that. He doesn't do that. Quote
The
unquote. If it's real,
crucial
all the
third
games he
down
win,
drops too. He wasn't getting
exactly.
bailed out.
That's a dead giveaway. That's why I tell people don't stop just saying three-peat. Y'all saying that too much without no. And I remember saying, what if the three-peat meant for them just to go to 3 straight Super Bowls, not actually win the Super Bowl? No,
Said what?
no, no.
Hold
They're
on,
gonna
hold on. Said what is
like to
reading
go
a
to three
defense when
straight.
it's scripted? You still have to know how to read a defense from time to time,
And
though.
exactly, you have
There's
to
still
learn how to do the
aspects of real
things in order
football
to
in the
script it.
game. I don't know how hard that is to fucking grasp. Like we just saw with the Eagles today. Like I don't know what is so hard to grasp about this concept
That's
that
how you script.
yes,
That's
you
how you
still
script it
have to
out.
do real shit involved, like in pro wrestling. When you get hit with a chair, motherfucker really got hit with a chair, even if the outcome is predetermined. That shit still
Yes.
fucking hurts. If you get slammed through a table, guess what, bitch? You can still get motherfucking splinters in your back. I don't know how this concept is so fucking hard to grasp.
Mm,
Like, why do you think they have different coordinators? They have to draw up plays and shit too.
mm,
Like, come on,
mm.
Yeah.
what are we talking about?
Yep. Absolutely. So
And this
I just
shit.
want you guys to know, like, hopefully for the people that was diehard Chiefs fans, though, like saying the 3P is inevitable, it's gonna happen. Hopefully you get a wake up call because look how they play. You mean to tell me all of a sudden they just play like that though? Like that. That's what I'm saying. Like a loss is a loss, but look how they play. Since when did they ever play like that? Now all of a sudden Chris Jones is having injury problems. Like I say this to people
That
all
was
the
a
time.
nail
You
in the
gotta
coffin too. When
that
they
was a
started limping,
dead
that was it. That was like, yeah, they
bro.
open.
Bro, that was the super nail in the coffin. I said, you mean to tell me a lot of people that come on our platforms and sometimes try to fake agree with us, but deep down inside they know how they really feel, right? You mean to tell me they don't see this from a mile away? This happens all the time, all the time.
Hey,
That's too funny.
that is funny.
That is too goddamn funny
What
right
that
there,
say?
man. Said
Sometimes
Derby won many battles. Talking about the Jet saga early
Oh,
in the
oh, oh,
season. Dell won
oh,
the
oh.
war.
They'll win the war. Yeah, man. That cheap, yo, listen, that cheap stuff is
That's
gone.
cold. That's a
Listen,
solid
that
comment.
cheap
That's
stuff is
funny.
gone for a while, man. We're never going to see
Oh
that for a
Lord.
while. Enjoy it while it lasted.
Whew, that's funny. That's too funny.
It's done. Pat, Pat, Patrick Mahomes is a no more. He's a no more. Is he good for at least one more, maybe before he retires? They could probably give him another one.
I
But
think yeah, they got one more in them, and after that, we are not hearing any more
yeah,
Chiefs Super Bowl champion nothing. Because I know I saw somewhere they said Travis Kelsey said he gonna play for at least another year. Andy Reid gonna stay around for at least another year. So what they might do is that you know how they did the pissed off Patriots thing after the Deflategate allegations. Brady took the 4-game suspension, then they won the Super Bowl, and it
yeah.
was like a shut up the haters. I think that's what they're gonna do with the Chiefs. Because
You
why
think
else would
so?
you stick around another? Yeah, why else would you stick around another year or so unless they want to do some send off shit and be like, okay, now we really done, guys, with this. You know what I'm saying? Like, why? That's why I see it.
Yeah, and you know what that's going to be. Them niggas going to have to stay because they're going to have to give back. They're going to have to they going to have to give back. Patrick Mahomes is not skating out of there like that. He going to have to give back, bro. I think
Oh yeah,
Andy
definitely.
Reid, they gonna have to give back. It's man, I'm just so glad we about to see the end of it. I could just tell. It's just not going because you got some people that's going to say, "Oh my God, maybe they'll take a year off and then they're going to win three. They're going to three P then or two P."
Mhm.
It's not happening, bro. That's not happening. Patrick Mahomes was a prop. He was a prop. He still is a prop.
He
That's
really
it.
not,
That's all
bro.
it
I ain't
is.
even gonna lie, bro. He really not that good, bro.
Nah, you don't play like that. You don't. That's why I always emphasize when I say if it's real. You don't just all of a sudden play like that. All of a sudden you play like that. The most important game of your life, right? We all play to get to the Super Bowl, and that's when you stink it up. But during regular, meaningless games, oh, you throwing for like 5 to 6 touchdowns. That come on, man. I don't care how good the Eagles defense is. You can't. Nah, you don't play like that.
But we got to understand the Chiefs was overrated all year. They weren't that good of a team. They could have easily had a losing record.
Yeah, exactly. That's how
Yeah,
I
they
don't know how
spit
people
about
didn't realize
way too much.
You know
it
what I
was
Way
going
mean?
to
too much.
catch up to them. Yeah, it was going to catch up to them. Oh man, I'm, I'm glad this happened. Three people, it's not going to happen.
Eagles won the
You're
Super
not going
Bowl
to see
for
it.
the Missouri run of Rams, Chiefs, the one or and one to end the Missouri run of Chiefs and Rams Super Bowl. I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. That's funny. They did beat both teams too. Ironically, the Rams and the Chiefs.
Hmm.
Oh, they did. Yeah, if you think, yeah, they did. They did.
Who replaces the Chiefs moving forward? There's not going to be a dynasty team to replace them moving forward. Like
Yeah,
Dell
yeah,
said, it's going
no,
to be more parity. It's going to
yep,
bring back the casual fan now. It's like, okay, we can end this Taylor Swift shit finally.
yeah,
Finally.
yep.
They
They
gonna
gonna flip
cover
that
up.
shit around now.
They gonna cover up the rigged stuff for a little bit because
Or try
people
to.
try to, but people stop watching the product when they realize it's like the WWE. But at the end of the day, they always state that it's entertainment as well. So
Hmm. And ironically, you know what WrestleMania was last year? Philly.
Hmm.
Because remember, Cody Rhodes finished his story. I guess, actually, shit, think about this. The WrestleMania before that, Cody Rhodes didn't get the title. Comes back in Philly, he wins it. Jalen Hurts,
Mm.
first time around, didn't win Super Bowl against that light skinned son of a bitch. Second time around, he gets it. So
Shout
that's an
out to him on
interesting
that one.
parallel. And it was against the tribal chief.
Yeah,
And look who
yeah,
Jalen Hurts played. So that's crazy how that all went together.
yeah. I don't think the Eagles. I don't think the Eagles repeat. So it's all about who's gonna win it next year. I think we're gonna find it's gonna be another surprising team that win next year.
Seriously though, don't get any ideas about the Ravens. I don't give a fuck if Jalen Hurts won. Do not get any ideas about telling me, man, is Lamar gonna win, but the Ravens win it. Don't tell me shit about that. It's not happening. I told you why.
Nah, nah,
Jalen don't hang with street niggas. Just keep
yeah,
that in mind.
nah.
Jalen is one of the safe niggas.
there you
Jordan
go.
Love is one of the safe niggas.
Lamar and
Lamar is not a safe nigga.
Lamar gonna win Super Bowl 61 in Atlanta.
So Lamar ain't. It'd be nice. I would love to see it happen, but it's not happening. No, just no. Need another black head coach to win though, for real. They need to knock that one off because it ain't happened since Mike Tomlin.
Oh, the black head coach. You think that's wait? You think that's coming soon, or you think it's a wrap?
I said they need to have another win because it's been 15 years since it happened. Because they just got two, Tony Dungy and Mike Tomlin.
That's when you know. That's when you know they definitely done with Mike Tomlin. Like Mike just retired, bro. At this point, you already know they done with you when they let another black coach, head coach, win the championship. They done with you. Pack it up. It's not happening because it's not going to happen for him for another 15, 20 years too. And matter of fact, he ain't going to repeat either. So just pack it up.
Yeah, they done giving Mike Tomlin. He been coasting off that shit his whole career.
That's it. We're gonna reward you with saying that you was a 50-50 coach, a 500, right? You was 8-8 or 9-8. That's what you was for us.
Some of
That's
that's will
it.
Brock win the Super Bowl. The Niners, I don't see it.
I don't know that.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. I don't know about that one, man. What's up with you? What's up, Ian? How you
What's up?
doing?
What's up? Look at my guy with the cowboy hat. You called it.
What's good, my boy?
I was thinking of you the whole entire time my Chiefs money from last year was going down the drain. I appreciate it.
Yeah, what'd you think of the game?
So the first half, as I was texting you, I didn't expect it to be that bad. I think maybe 10-17 nothing or 17-3, something like that. But when it became like stupid crazy, right? Like 24, I'm like, well, they still have a chance, right? But
Yeah.
then I was like, I don't, I really didn't think they could come back because that's for Tom Brady. And then I was thinking in the back of my head, I'm like, man, like Pat Mahomes lost to Tom Brady by like a million. Now he's in the Super Bowl, losing by a million. I don't know if they'll come back. I put a couple more dollars on them to come back, but
Yeah, they
obviously
got
we see what happens.
cooked.
But I'll say this, like Mahomes, like the fourth quarter was more what I thought it would be. Like them throwing deep, Xavier Worthy 2 touchdowns. I actually had that too,
Hmm.
because he's a deep threat. Them kind of just taking shots and it being like a kind of heavyweight fight. But Mahomes was out there acting like he hadn't played football ever in his life.
Yep, just rolling out to the right and
Word.
backward like they do in Madden. Except in Madden, you get away with that shit
Right?
because that bullshit
Like,
X
Man.
factor shit.
like it was one of those things where I'm like, are y'all really about to like lose like this? Like, y'all about to dispel the jig, and they did.
Yeah. So, do you think they flipped the script or anything? Because I don't think they did. But what do you think?
So I think like when ironically, I think they listen to the fans. It's a little interesting to me. I think they definitely listen to the fans. The fans are like, yeah, fuck, the Chiefs, fuck this narrative. And I think that they either before, like a couple weeks ago, went with it or whatever, and maybe they just told some of the players like, hey, that 3-piece shit can't happen because I think from a lot of stuff people were talking about last week, I think they had to switch that narrative up.
Definitely had to switch it up. Yeah, because it was the year before that was a scripted stuff, so which they tried to lean into that and make memes out of it and stuff. And this year, the rig became
Right.
so loud with every Chiefs victory. But yeah, they didn't flip that after that Saquon Dream comment. Yeah, they didn't flip shit.
Yeah, and ironically though, they were able to do two narratives. He ended up losing, or not? He ended up winning. I'm sorry, and his prop bets ended up losing.
Yeah, there was one he should have scored a touchdown, but he fell a couple yards short. And of course, he wasn't really involved. He didn't hit his over. I mean, it was his over was 109, and he got what 60. I think someone in the comments said 60.
Yeah, I think he ended up getting to about 60. Because if you look, he wasn't getting big long runs, and I mean, I was definitely right about that. It was more the defense.
Oh shit, he disappeared. Oh, you got to join the link. Said both Kelsey brothers got rings. They both been had rings. What you talking about? Because Jason was on the team with Nick Foles. So like, what are you talking about? Jason retired now. So and I'm glad you kind of brought that up. You remember that one of them NFL scripted commercials they had last year with Key and Jalen Ramsey, DK Metcalf, Mahomes, Jason Kelsey, and all them. Jason Kelsey suggested they run it back, and that was 2023, but changed the results. And look what happened. Even though he ain't on the team, but that is crazy.
Yeah, and the whole Hard Knocks was crazy because of course on Hard Knocks he said, yeah, let's we should definitely keep Saquon. We should let him go, right?
Yeah,
Does
the
anybody
biggest
remember that?
one. Are you talking about? Oh yeah, the Giants thing. Yeah, that shit went viral, especially after the playoffs and stuff. Like,
Yeah,
who's gonna
like
pay for a running back or whatever? I'm like, I knew you. Like, that's why y'all the Giants. That's exactly why y'all the Giants. And y'all suck. But it is what it is.
basically almost 3/4 of the way told
Say that again. Say that again. You got cut in and out.
I was saying he is
Mm,
Saquon. And
Saquon, what?
he's going bugging out.
Yeah, I don't know if it's a connection or what.
Bugging out.
Let's see, Buddy Lee says Super Bowl ratings dipped that year. The Saints got hold after that no call and defensive pass interference versus the Rams. Yeah, that was one of the worst Super Bowls period too, 13-3.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see if the TV ratings took a hit this year after all the big games went viral. I bet at the start it was probably lower and got higher the bigger the Eagles lead got. Like say around the time it was 17-0, I bet some people got wind. It was like, all right, let me tune in now.
The Chiefs moving to
He said,
Dallas.
let's have a blowout.
No, they not, bro. The Chiefs are not moving to Dallas. They trying to leave the stadium lease is up in 2030 at Arrowhead, and they trying to move to Kansas City just like the Royals. That's why every team in Missouri got a championship. It's kind of like a bribe for lack of a better term. The Blues, they won the Stanley Cup 2018. The Chiefs, we know about the shit they won. The not the Cardinals, the Royals, which actually B you mentioned kickstarted all this stuff off. They got a World Series. So yeah, they trying to appease everyone and make them happy and say, okay, sorry we took the Rams and all that a year early. Here's all of this victories for now. But we're gonna take all this to Kansas, to the other Kansas City. That's all it is. But they're not moving to Dallas.
Mm.
Why would they move to Dallas, dog? They got the Cowboys there. And you not gonna outcompete that brand. Like, come on, bro. Someone said, is Brock Purdy gonna win a Super Bowl? Or I think I already asked. I don't know. Someone said Stroud versus Purdy in the Super Bowl.
Stroud versus Purdy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
This nigga low hella funny, bro. Oh my god.
Purdy ain't, Purdy about to get paid anyway too. So,
Yeah.
and y'all just went twice in the last few years and didn't do shit. So, with a coach known for choking, quote unquote. So, there's that. And you got to gut a whole lot of shit to keep Brock. So no. So they finna sit the fuck down for a hot little minute.
You know it's funny too. So
What?
I work with this one guy. He don't watch the LIX football. He told me he was gonna put 1,000 on the Chiefs. That should tell you, all right, man. I'm going the other way, nigga. The casual, he not the only one that probably did that either. The casual, just regular person probably put money on the Chiefs.
Yeah, thought that was easy money. Yeah.
Oddly enough,
But
most of the money was on Philly. Which I think that's more
Yeah.
of they just said, fuck the Chiefs, we don't want them to win. That was an emotionally charged bet.
Yeah.
I'm sure they're happy as hell though. Especially
But-
the way that they won.
and then another thing is, like I said earlier on in the show, my guy, I feel bad for whoever put 5K on the Chiefs. Positive vibes. He was talking all that shit to me in the comment section. What happened, bro? You okay? I don't
Appreciate
like
the
being
super
like
chat, JM. He said Chiefs were told to lose. NFL's about money. Of course it is. If the Chiefs three-peat, NFL would have lost tens of millions of fans. They wouldn't have lost millions of fans, but they would have lost some and billions of dollars. They would have still been fine. They just would have had a little decline like the NBA when the Warriors started winning a little too much. But they wouldn't have just been detrimentally like screwed, no. But now, what are you saying, Dale?
No, I wasn't saying nothing. I was just saying like I don't like being like, that told you so type nigga. But at the end of the
But I
day,
told you so.
yeah, like because they love talking all that shit and just always want to slander my opinion. Like how you have an opinion, I have an opinion as well.
It's because the New York Jets, bro. That's all it is. If you never, if you never took the New York Jets plane, that I think it wouldn't even be so bad. But
But
it is what it is.
y'all can knock me for the New York Jets or whatever, but at least I was riding with them for a minute. I didn't switch up. I had to stand 10 toes on that.
Mm.
I mean, well, because you and Derek had a bet, that's why.
Yeah, that too. That too. Oh, and then I did pay Derek out. Okay.
So with saying that, do we see the Celtics winning in basketball back to back? Or are they gonna flip that shit?
Hmm. Damn, NBA is so weird to me, bro. Now, when you talking about rigging, them niggas be rigged, like, bro. That's a different type of level. I don't even right,
This should be funny to me too, because
bro.
it's more notable because you got 5 people or 10 people total on the court, but 5 players on the team, and you see
Yeah,
their faces too. That's what makes it worse.
I just don't
That's the ultimate
like
type of rig. Yep.
literally like they got scandals from past and now. So
Yeah, recent as hell too. Now recent,
yeah,
super recent.
yeah. I don't know, man. You think they were
I still gonna stick with the Boston Celtics to go back to back,
back to back?
even though Cleveland doing really really good this year, but I don't trust them in the playoffs.
One thing I can say is if Kyrie and Anthony Davis are healthy, I could see them making a little run.
Yeah, especially now that more people ain't gonna focus on them
Hmm.
because Luka's gone. So because more people gonna hop on the Lakers going.
Exactly. I don't think the Lakers are gonna do shit.
Hell nah. Maybe if a
Yeah.
certain player wasn't on the team, if that certain player retired, but once he's gone, they gonna win. But as long as he's there, they not
But
winning shit.
yeah, and it made sense for the Lakers to make that or the Lakers to make that trade because they're looking out for their future now. So they need that one star.
Damn.
Hmm.
So it sounds like Dallas got a chance or some shit.
I, they have a chance. I mean, they did get better defensively, but again, I might they gonna crucify me. This nigga, they got I think too much into it, nigga. When I'm just trying to say like sometimes real football and real basketball, it happens. Okay.
Shit.
So AD out for a month. Right on
Oh
cue.
man.
Right
Yeah,
on cue.
but
Right on cue.
if they're healthy for the playoffs, they're gonna be a problem, man.
This nigga always hurt, bro. God
It's like
damn.
he'll have a great game, and all of a sudden that's when he get hurt. After that great
Yo,
game, he'll
not
drop 38. Then next game,
at
oh,
this
he get
point,
bumped. He out.
real shit. At this point, he should really just be a player that's saved for the playoffs. Yeah, I bet. Get like
Kind of like
just save him for the
Porzingis. Kind of like
playoffs.
Porzingis, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Have him practice and work out. Just do everything, but just don't play him until the playoffs. That's it. It just don't make no sense. You don't touch him and he's falling.
Mm,
I don't
Plus, the
know who's
NBA
worse, him or
rules, bro.
Embiid. I swear to God, I don't know.
yeah, that's
Oh,
crazy.
don't get me started on beat. I can't stand that fat son of a bitch.
Nigga
I
always
really can't
falling.
stand. I
Fuck
can't
you, keep
stand
falling. Get
him, bro.
up.
That's crazy. Them niggas
Yeah.
always. You think it's because they hella tall that they get hurt all the time and shit?
They don't take care of their body the way they used to. Jeff Teague mentioned on his podcast how much free time a lot of players they got. Like, but if as long as going to practice and showing up to the shit you supposed to, they don't give a fuck what you do outside of that. Like,
Yeah.
they're talking about how they was partying and shit straight from the plane throughout the day. Like, you got all this free time.
Nah,
And
I
then,
feel
a
it,
lot of
but
these niggas now like to play the game and shit, play 2K, so a podcast. They're doing a lot of shit that's not really,
I niggas keep
look,
falling,
upkeeping
bro.
their
That's
body and
crazy.
stuff.
they, you know what? They also clumsy as fuck too. They just tall. Bro. So
All goofy with big ass feet.
man, for real, bro. Like I don't know if I know it's just so like I don't think anybody. They're just they were made. People were born tall, but I mean, sometimes when you're tall, you have a lot of ailments too that come along with.
Yeah, bad knees especially.
Yeah, so I mean, it's just
That's one of the reasons why you ever know some
Hmm.
basketball players
Say
fall
it.
down. They never stand up and get up on their own because
yeah,
it's easy. It's better on your knees if have somebody help you up and shit. And especially with the weight that they carry, some of them do. Like MB carry a little bit more weight. than the average NBA player. So it's better that he get helped up than getting up like a by yourself type shit.
Yeah, that's true too.
You're always hurt, boy.
Who's the AD of the NFL? Like who's the one dude that's like always like he's when he's on the field he does his shit, but he always hurt. Who's the AD of the NFL?
You got one in mind?
I'm trying to think of somebody. I was like, who gets hurt? Who cannot make it a whole season? But when he's there, he be on his shit.
Let's see.
I'm trying to think of somebody like offense or defense.
Yeah, that's a good question, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
It's got to be like a wide receiver or something. That when they play, they good, but when they don't, they just hurt. I don't know.
That's all.
B, you got somebody?
Nah, I'm trying to think. Not too many wide receivers been out been doing that flimsy shit this year. I can't lie to you.
I think we found
Yeah,
it.
that's a good one. That's
Christian
good.
McCaffrey, yeah, because it's been like that since Carolina.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
That is
Like, nigga, you always hurt.
that is a very spot on Christian McCaffrey. Thank you. Someone said Cooper Cup. Yeah, you could throw Cooper Cup in there. You can make an argument for that one. Someone said Saquon. Well, New York Giants Saquon for sure.
Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
I was thinking about him. I don't know. He ain't missed that much damn time. Like, it's not like he can make it through a full season.
Yeah,
It ain't him. It ain't
Damn,
him.
nigga, you always hurt.
Someone said Debo.
It's different though because
Oh, yeah.
if you really think about it, that's a good comment. And NFL guys try to play, they get paid by the game, so their contracts aren't really guaranteed like the NBA where they can sit out.
Exactly. Nah, Deshaun Watson, Ben Simmons at this point. That's the Ben Simmons. Because he overpaid and unavailable. Oh, nigga said Tua. That's a good one too, Tua.
Oh, man.
That is a very good one, Tua. Tua CMC.
Hey, what quarterback has the same? All right, let's do a little trivia. What quarterback has the same initials as their first name and last name?
What?
Like AA.
Oh, alliteration.
Like
They got alliteration.
And it Tua, right? Tua?
Yeah, Tua talking about low.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
I'm trying to think if there's more, and I just might forget that do that shit too. No, I think I'm drawing blanks on that. Yeah, I got no one else. Said Rodgers needs to retire. He should have been retired.
No.
Where do you think he gonna end up if he don't retire?
Who? Oh, Rodgers. What if they go the same? I don't think they're gonna do the Minnesota thing. Maybe Cleveland.
Yeah, with the Minnesota thing, they already drafted their quarterback, so
Yeah, maybe Cleveland.
I don't know. They gonna dangle that story about Aaron Rodgers possibly to the Steelers in some way, shape, or form.
You think
Oh, I see that.
Remember
Y'all
when
think
I
that's gonna
said they
happen?
gonna play? I didn't say it's gonna happen. They gonna play around with that story and just dangle it out there, kind of like Deion to the Cowboys. Like it ain't gonna happen, but some people might believe it will.
What if it does though?
That he goes to the Steelers,
Yep.
they gonna be in the same position they was in with Russell Wilson. Still the same old Steelers, bro. The Steelers have no choice but to live in the past. They are the AFC Cowboys at this point. They glory days are well behind them. If you talk to a Steelers fan, they will always bring up them 6 Super Bowls, but ignore the fact they ain't done shit in 15 years. Ignore the fact that they lost to the Browns, they've lost to the Jaguars, they've lost to the Ravens, they've lost to the Bengals, they've lost to the whole fucking AFC North in the
They
playoffs.
lost to everybody, bro.
Yeah, they like no one's scared of the Steelers anymore.
No, they're not. I want to tell like the chat who to put their money on for the Super Bowl next year, but I don't want to skew it. So I'm gonna tell you low, and I'm gonna tell you B. and we already talked about this before, but just some good stats that
I know what you're talking about.
yeah, I don't want to, cause when you tell everybody and they start getting around, and bro, nah,
Someone said,
You
"What
talk about
about
for
Detroit? Y'all think Lions will finally win next
huh?
year?" No, bro. No.
no, they
We
never
have
went.
been through
Yo,
this shit with the Lions, bro. No, they lost Ben Johnson and they D coordinator. No,
bro, the Lions ain't never winning no Super Bowl. That's just it. It don't
let
matter
the
who their
Browns.
quarterback is, people. Yeah, just understand that was a parody, bro. They're not winning no Super Bowl. They're going back to regular schedule program. They're not winning no Super Bowl. It's not happening. Please stop
this
saying that.
was this was
It's not
probably
happening.
the best year for it to happen, and it didn't happen.
Yeah, it's not.
And
That's not
last year they
happening.
went to the NFC Championship game against the Niners and had the lead too, and fucked that off and gave us that bullshit Super Bowl last year. But yeah, no, the
Yeah, it's
Lions
just
ain't winning
parody.
shit, bro.
They're a good hype job. They're a real good hype job. They should be struggling this year coming up.
Because what did Dan Campbell say after they lost to the Niners? I think this was our only shot, guys. They cooked.
Hey, you know who I fuck with as a player though?
Who?
C.J. Gardner Johnson. I love his little tactics. I love him,
Oh, he
bro.
stay talking
Mm.
shit.
Hey, when he did a little late hit on Kelsey earlier on in the game, and Kelsey got up and tried to get in his face a little
Oh, he
bit,
ain't scared of
that
nobody.
nigga said like that nigga put his hands behind his back.
Yeah, he ain't
Huh.
scared of nobody, bro.
No. So,
He ain't scared of shit.
bye bye, Patrick. Bye bye, Patrick. Bye bye.
Thank you for not letting the Chiefs win. Thank
Oh yeah, I ain't even mad about that.
you.
That's it. You're not going to see this for a while.
They said, "All right, guys, we gave him the happy end." That's crazy. Happy ending now is actually really crazy. But yeah, that's what they did. They wanted to do the little happy send off. Said, will the Bills moving to a new stadium in 2026 mean they win a Super Bowl?
Well,
Until I see them beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, I will not believe in the Buffalo Bills ever.
yeah. At this point, that's the only thing we can say. We got to see it. Maybe they'll do it next year. I don't. But hey, from now on, niggas just got to see it first and beat the Chiefs. Not nobody else. You just got to see them beat the Chiefs before we even go to the next step. At this point, that's just what it is.
My our boy Negan in the building. What's poppin', Negan? How you been, brother? I'm not gonna tell you how much I did show my ticket earlier. I'm not gonna tell you how much. If you want to go look at it, I can go live. You can go see. But it was a pretty little amount of change.
So if we get Bengals Rams again next year, nah.
Why? Why those two teams again against each other?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wouldn't necessarily be
Uh,
annoyed by that if it was a rematch. I wouldn't be annoyed by that.
yeah. I would like to see who their quarterback, the Rams quarterback, gonna be because Matthew Stafford's out. He's right.
Thank you.
He's out.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you. Nigga read my mind. Shout out Cactus Jack, man. Why you ask me the same goddamn questions? Will Lamar win? Will the Bills win? Or will the Lions win? Stop fucking asking me that shit. I get annoyed by that. Thank you. God.
You get annoyed by that?
Hell yeah, I get annoyed asking that same goddamn shit. It's like, bro,
Hello.
it be the same people asking that shit every fucking week. Who the
You
Bills
know,
gonna win the
what's
Super Bowl
another
this year?
one?
I'm like, motherfucker, no. Like,
What's another one? Lobo. Why do you guys watch it if it's rigged and scripted?
I ain't seen that one in them. I'm sure it's probably in here somewhere, but I
Why?
ain't seen it today. I ain't seen it.
Answer the question. Like, why?
Cause it's entertainment,
Why?
Cause it's entertainment. It's like, do y'all know what a movie is, motherfucker? Like, come on, y'all seen the MCU movies? Come on, don't ask that shit.
Yeah, my boy
He said
Negan.
why?
We was arguing the other day, but I'm glad you took my advice, brother.
Glad y'all had your little kumbaya moment. Oh damn! Right above your comment. Appreciate the super chat, JM. This right above the comment is what I was just talking about. He got to be trolling, or either he just joined. But he said the NFL not letting Jalen Hurts win the Super Bowl without Burrow or Josh Allen winning one. Bengals Bills versus Eagles Super Bowl loaded next year.
What? Oh, Bill's good.
He's basically saying Josh or Joe in the AFC go make it out instead of Patrick Mahomes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Shout out to Bronze in the building.
I'll say eventually, Justin Herbert will make one. Eventually.
Wait, say that again. You say Justin Herbert will make one for the Chargers or for?
Eventually. Yeah, not right. They don't be right away, but eventually he will.
Well,
Man,
Jim Harbaugh's the head coach.
Herbert is done eventually, right? So,
Oh, you sound
but,
muffled real quick. Hold on, check your audio.
yeah,
Cause I want to hear this.
Yeah, I do
yeah.
too.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better.
cause I was like,
Everybody
yeah,
clap.
I'm curious.
Eventually, the Harbaugh way is to make a Super Bowl, and I do believe the Chargers will at least get to one by the time Harbaugh's done.
How old is he right now?
Okay.
Harbaugh is in his probably mid 60s,
Okay.
and so think about it. Look at every team he's been on, literally every team he's been on, and what they've done. They beat well, like the Chargers this year. Obviously, they went to the playoffs, and whatever happened. Like Michigan, Stanford, San Diego State, 49ers were a dumpster fire before he got there. Like that's the narrative. It may not be like right away they go from being losing to like say what the Oakland or the Raiders, I still call them Oakland, did, right? They went from losing to fucking Oakland by like 50 points to going to the playoffs. That and then even like Michigan, it took them a minute. JT was still short. I'm a Michigan fan. Fuck Ohio State, but outside of that, what ended up happening? Eventually, Michigan got the turnaround. They had the trophy. I'm not saying they necessarily win, but Harbaugh's been to a Super Bowl before. And think about it. He went to the Super Bowl with the 49ers. The 49ers once beat the Chargers by 1,000,000 points. It would just be right for the Chargers at least to go to the Super Bowl while they're in LA with him.
Shout out Jimmy, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, I get what you're saying. You're saying everywhere Hardball went, he turned it around for their team.
Yeah, yeah. Stanford,
Yeah.
Sanford. A lot of California teams in that rotation too. If you notice.
Yeah. And Herbert, like nobody cares. Like, compared to the other, he's like on the lower end of the totem pole, and that's why I feel like he can definitely get to one with him because it's like you know got humiliated by what's our guy Trevor Lawrence. Trevor Lawrence's biggest win, come back down 27-0, beat him. You know, uh, what's the next progression? Obviously, lose this one. Like they had said that Jim Harbaugh didn't know that Chargers were going to charge. He didn't know anything about that, even though he was a Charger, so he should know that as a player. And it's like, okay, Herbert's been 0-2. He may even get to 0-3 before he starts winning. Yeah,
Mm,
Captain Comeback, by the way. That's what they called Harbaugh.
I remember that. Yeah.
I like that.
I don't know though the Chargers because I still look at them like the Clippers, man. I don't know.
And I feel that. And ironically even more of a reason, right? Because like the Chargers are like also Rams. Like nobody cares. But it's just like you'll know like I said, it ain't coming in the next like 2 years, even though I think they'll make the playoffs still. But well actually they may even win the division next year because Kansas City ain't winning. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah, they the one who could take over.
It's a wrap for that. It's a wrap for that.
But then you can't forget about Denver. They still in the mix too. You know, obviously they got blown out in the playoffs, but they still made it in the playoffs. I mean, shit, 3 teams made in that division, and the Raiders, assuming they don't do dumb shit, with Pete Carroll could improve. Not necessarily the players, but they could be, competitive for once.
Yeah, eventually they definitely will. With how that whole Vegas thing is, they definitely are looking further up than people think. I think the Chargers, even though the Rams just won, I think they'll be looking further up. But I mean, Phillip Rivers did lose to Tom Brady like 8 times. So
I remember he
But
got the
no,
best of Peyton a couple times too in the playoffs.
and that's the ironic thing. So Peyton, so I think Phillip Rivers in the playoffs has a better record than Peyton, but including one time where he beat him when he was 8-8, and I think what's his name had a better record. The Colts did, but on the other side, Tom Brady beat him 8 times, and Philip Rivers won 0.
Mm. I didn't know they played that many times in the playoffs against each
Well,
other.
regular season playoffs, it was a mixture because
Oh, gotcha.
then what was it, the whatever it was to go to the '07 Super Bowl, right?
Hmm.
Um, that year, that was when LaDainian Tomlinson quit in like the first half, if y'all remember that. And
Yeah,
then,
I remember that.
and ironically, Philip, and they never said what his injury was, but ironically, Philip Rivers played with 2 torn ACLs.
You say 2 torn ACLs?
Yes, look. I'm telling you, I remember it vividly. Look back at it; it was one of the most like, given what they said, like he's out there literally barely moving, and LT can't even play. He was because he had his visor on, like on the sidelines, not even giving a shit.
Let's see. He tore his
yeah.
ACL and meniscus while playing for the Chargers in the playoff game against the Colts. 6 days later, played an AFC Championship game against the Patriots despite his injury. Played every snap in the 21-12 loss to the Patriots. Damn. And he played 17 seasons just like his jersey number. Go figure.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, he a high school coach now. Coaching his
yeah,
one of
yeah,
his like 8 sons and shit. Yeah.
yeah. In Alabama, like, and I feel like on the side note, they never wanted Philip Rivers to win because he was this two country and two like, yeah, I don't know. Like, well, having like, even though it was with his own wife, he had like 1 million kids, and I just feel like the NFL is like, yeah, we don't really want to push that.
I guess because he wasn't like Brady had that, I guess, Hollywood vibe to him. Peyton is very personable. He's good in commercials. He's SNL. Philip Rivers don't fit that. Is he kind of? So you saying he's kind of like what Lamar is the black quarterbacks, Philip Rivers is to the white quarterbacks.
Yeah, yeah, definitely that. And I will say on a side note, I know I said Shamar Moore would never win one, but like he was so humble and so like he, it was almost like he. I don't know how y'all feel. Y'all can chime in, but it was almost like he felt like he couldn't believe that they let him win. I don't know if y'all got that vibe.
Say that again.
I said it almost felt like the vibe I got. Y'all can chime in, but it almost felt like Jalen Hurts because I was able to watch like his post game, and he was like, "Yeah, I haven't let it sink in yet." And like he was like, "Look around," because she was like, Aaron Andrews was like, "Look at the confetti, look at this, like you're a winner." Like, and he literally was looking around, like he was almost like starstruck, or like he almost couldn't believe it. It took a minute for him to soak in. Like, yeah, I actually won. I don't know if
Like,
y'all got that vibe, but I definitely did.
I guess it's because he's so used to being, like he the robot. He don't show emotion and shit. So it's like he finally gets to, let loose a little bit. Obviously, he ain't gonna be going too crazy where he going viral on the internet, at the club, drinking a whole thing of champagne in one hand and nothing. He ain't doing all that, but he not. I don't know. He's always been like that. Even in Alabama, he's never really been too high, too low. That's just straight business.
Yeah, and I will say, uh, shout to him being a national champion and Super Bowl winner. There aren't too many of those.
Yeah, that's true. That's a very exclusive list of quarterbacks.
Yeah. Ironically, as I think I may have mentioned to you earlier, Tom Brady is on that list.
You say is or isn't because he didn't win in Michigan. He didn't win the
No, he
national
did.
championship.
He did. He was there. He was a backup, just like Jalen
Right.
Hurts was.
Yeah.
When the
He
fuck he
was
won a national championship? I know he didn't win one
97.
as a starter. I didn't. I don't recall him winning one as
He
a
was a
backup.
backup.
Yeah.
He was, he was on the same team as Charles Woodson. It counts. No,
It's one of those. You was on the team type shit.
yeah, he was
Okay,
Brian.
yeah,
He was Brian Greasy's backup.
that's a name.
Yeah.
That
Hey,
is
it
crazy though.
counts. It counts. Hell, I couldn't wait to tell y'all this. Freaking Kenny Pickett is a Super Bowl champion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
somebody
Yeah.
put that in the
Yeah.
Discord. Yeah, about
Like,
him being the champion.
like, because I'm all about that. Like when people like it's just like even though Carson Wentz obviously lost, it's like no matter what, Carson Wentz won a Super Bowl, and he can say even though he didn't do anything, I beat Tom Brady. Like I mean, he was on the team that beat Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Hey,
that's
it,
true.
it don't matter if he took a snap or not.
Yep.
He was on the team, and
I mean,
now
if you think about it, he was the starter of the regular season too. I mean, he had an MVP
Exactly. Yeah.
season, it was like 27 touchdowns, 2 picks. So like, it wasn't like
yeah,
he didn't contribute shit. He got him at least to that point. But no, a lot of people don't like Carson Wentz. They say he's a douche for real.
yeah. I
Like
mean,
from his rookie year, they say he's real clicky about who he talked to in the locker room. That's why they like Nick Foles more than him too.
people forget though. I'll say this: Nick Foles, like, and I remember. I'm sorry, I have to laugh at that. Shout out to Buddy Lee on that, by the way, but because that's real shit. But what's ironic is like if you look at Nick Foles, he was. I remember watching the ESPN News thing, like when the ESPN News used to have multiple kind of shows besides just showing like stats at Sports Center, and they had like a QB camp one time before the college football season, and it was all the Pac-12 guys, and it had like Andrew Luck, it had multiple guys who were like were end up actually being pros too. Like I'd have to look back at the list uh, when they had their kind of like college day or whatever for Pac-12, and Nick Foles was there, and I remember some you know kind of draft guy had said at the time he was like out of the Pac-12 guys, I have and Mariota may even been there too. Don't quote me on that though. I have to look back, but I remember they were like Nick Foles because of his stature and all that. He was either number two or number three as far as people they thought was going to be good in the Pac-12 in the NFL. And so, of course, Nick Foles became, you know, whatever. But when he won the Super Bowl, I was like, I literally remember that moment where I was like, damn, this dude was like supposed to be kind of one of the guys.
Oh yeah, that was like what 2011, 2010, 2011. Because I remember that was the year Oregon went to the national championship, played Auburn. So that was Darren Thomas who was
That's
quarterback for
who it
Oregon,
was.
and then
Yeah.
LaMichael James, who helped put Oregon on the map as like what it is now, him and Mariota in the future. But yeah, I remember that. And Cam Newton, of course, for Auburn. Can't forget that.
That's right. Andy Reid did lose to his whole team after winning. Like, but yeah, it's crazy to look how, like, of course, when you project people's futures, it's crazy to look back and see like where they were. So, of course, insert name here. I mean, you can name tons of people who may end up a bum in like the NFL, but it's like a Tebow or something like that. But if you remember how certain people were projected to be before like that, like, oh, this is a Sebastian Telfair or some shit. Like these are the next guys up, and then they don't end up being like that, and you wonder what happened. But Nick Foles, he kind of got everything done. Like he won a Super Bowl. Like nobody can take shit away from him. Jalen Hurts, that nigga lost his job to Tua.
And still won the ring.
National
Yeah,
championship, even
right.
though Tua won it for him. Ironically, ironically, by the way, and I didn't even think about it until literally right now. Who B Fire? Who was Tua throwing to in the national title? You remember?
What you mean? You said two?
Who scored the game-winning touchdown in overtime against Georgia in the national championship when Tua threw that ball?
Um, it wasn't Smith, right? No.
Yeah, it was, and he got a Heisman too. Let's not
Yeah.
forget that
Okay.
too.
And what happened tonight? Like I didn't even like because he went to Oklahoma. I swear to God, I forgot for a minute
Yeah.
that he was on the same national title
Right.
team.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was at Alabama a whole another year after that as well too.
Mm-hmm.
Killed Ohio State, but that's all another story.
Yeah. Yeah. I remember that. Oh, yeah. Mm.
No, Tom Brady pick 199, which is a 46 prime, by the way. Shout out to Michigan.
Yeah. No one expected Tom Brady to be considered the GOAT. They hyped up every quarterback around him. Obviously, Peyton Manning was one of them they hyped up, but Tom Brady was not one of them. Drew Brees was another one they hyped up in college.
Yeah, I remember Drew Brees in that Rose Bowl. I think it was the 99 Rose Bowl and him killing it. And I was like, I remember looking at Purdue because Purdue, I've lived in the Midwest like my whole life. I'm like, Purdue was never anything. And that year was like their biggest year, probably like 30, 40 years comparative. And I was like, who's this Drew Brees guy? Oh, he's from Texas. How the hell, especially back then, now it's more normal. But it was like, how did he end up at Purdue? And then you find out, and then obviously off the race. And then, of course, you know, uh, if he didn't get hurt in the very last game against Denver, he wouldn't even ended up in the New Orleans thing.
Bro, quick
Hmm.
question. How old are you?
I am 38.
38? Okay.
Yeah, but I remember so much stuff from even like hell, damn near being 4 and 5, like certain shit. Like I remember the white rights and the as far
Mm.
as Super Bowls and fucking Jay Rice scoring 6 touchdowns, like that shit like soaked into my brain because I used to try to beat friends or win trivia and shit like that. Like I used to be like, oh, like so stuff like soaks into my head. Like I remember uh, like I said, Drew Brees getting hurt. I remember when certain teams were in shit. Hell, I remember Achilles Smith being a Bengals quarterback from Oregon, and I used to tell like my neighbor when I was like probably like 19 years old, like man, Achilles Smith only played 1 year. He don't even know how to throw a football. My neighbor was laughing, and then what happened to Achilles Smith? He was ass.
Mm. That is
That's
crazy.
the one that got hyped up, mega hyped up, was Jamarcus Russell.
He did. I think I will say this: his problem, if y'all remember, his problem was that, and so I'm gonna say something kind of going back from a week or two ago to now. So like Jalen Hurts, even though Jalen Hurts is a nigga, right? But Jalen Hurts really isn't a nigga like that. Like he isn't Lamar. He isn't Patrick Mahomes, obviously, but he's not Lamar. Like if you notice, every time he's on TV, he even said like, I don't know if y'all heard, he was like, yeah, I listen to like Frankie Beverly and Maze. Like he's like an older nigga than me. Like
Wait, who
like
said
he,
that? Oh yeah, Jalen Hurts. Yeah.
and like when I heard that, I'm like, yeah, you definitely like. Not saying the league wants to give it to you, but if they have to, like like I said, Lamar, he just got too much. He's too hardcore. Like I said, when you from Miami, you know too many drug dealers and stuff like that. Allegedly, of course. Like it's hard to be like, oh yeah, let's give him the ring because like after the Super Bowl, that would have been a complete shit show. Jalen Hurts had his wife out there. Shout out to her being black, but he had his wife out there. He literally didn't say anything super crazy. He just here you go.
Another thing too is with Lamar. Certain people say it's hard to understand how he talks. You don't have that problem with Jalen Hurts. That's another thing too. So imagine a post game press conference with Lamar Jackson on the
Uh,
main stage like that. Yeah.
uh,
Don't get me
I would
started.
say like I'll literally retire from doing these with y'all if Lamar wins one. Not even because Lamar won, because shout out to him. But like, I would be so astonished that the league would do it. It ain't even about him per se, but that the league, like, to watch Roger Goodell, like them say, "Hey, we're gonna give you a live microphone during the Super Bowl, and you shout out people from like your neighborhood and whatever." That would just be worth it right there. Like, I would just have to retire from stuff like this because it'll just be like, they let him do it, and like I said, like ironically, they had Samuel L. Jackson out there, and like Lamar, like he just like from his hair, like you notice Jalen got a straight, fade. Not saying there's anything wrong with dreads. Shout out to you, blah blah. There ain't nothing wrong with dreads, but like as far as like what they try to, the NFL wants to push through. Yeah, he has the earring, but Jalen isn't he? I forget his fraternity, but
Q
he's
dog. He a Q dog.
yeah, he's a cute dog like
Yeah, he do
Shaq.
this shit all the time.
Yeah,
Steve
like
McNair, Michael Jordan, McNabb. I want to say Vic was a Q dog too. One of them. Yeah. So there's that. If someone said Cam was too black too, actually that was before Cam went with the dreads and shit that he got now. He was still actually low haircut like Jalen and everything, no tattoos. But it was just the dad. He was doing all that dab and shit too. That's what that
He
was.
was.
He was
I'm
too
not gonna
cocky.
lie.
That's
Let
what
me.
that
I'm
was.
gonna put this though. If I was a quarterback in the NFL, I would win one too.
y'all remember y'all remember who was it? Uh I'm trying to remember. It was back when Cam was they had the whole like I think it was Cam. They had everybody dancing. Everybody that's part of why like Greg Olson knew like when they were doing that whole dab and this, that, and the third after the playoff game.
Hmm.
I forget who they beat, Arizona, and everybody was, oh
Yeah,
well,
Carson. What's his name? Carson Palmer had the worst game of his career. I remember that. He fumbled through picks. It was basically what Mahomes did tonight, but
yeah,
in the
and I
NFC
think that was
Championship
his
game.
last game.
Hmm. I think so. No, did
And
he
they,
go? No. Yeah, it was, huh? Because he was at the Raiders before he went to Arizona, right?
Yeah,
yeah,
He had to get up out of there because he wasn't gonna do shit with the Raiders.
And
Man,
and and after that, I remember there's a picture, y'all can look, a team photo. Greg Olson's in it, and everybody is all doing shit, and he's just standing there looking like, And he was on Miami Hurricane team.
Yeah, he was the one who had that little rap talking about third leg Greg. Yeah, so
Yeah.
he been around some shit in Miami, so he
And he
know what it
knew
is.
this ain't it. And then whoever their old owners was, Richardson or something like that. I forget his name, but the one who drafted Cam, if you remember, he told that nigga, don't. He said, one, don't have any tattoos. Do you remember that? He said,
Yeah,
don't grow your hair out and don't have tattoos. And he was like, what the fuck you mean? Why do I have to do it? And we kind of know why he was telling them now, but like he was probably like, look, the league told. I can't tell you the league told me to say this shit, but you can't do that. Like if you want to be like a Super Bowl champion.
or even on that stage for that matter. I think there's one in. Obviously, I don't think they're gonna go to the Super Bowl, but Michael Penix, you could almost put him in that Lamar category. As far as I know, he don't hang with street niggas, but his thing, he always go around with the do rag. And if
No,
you ever heard him talk in an interview and close your eyes, he sounds just like Lamar Jackson. I know they both from Florida, but they voice are literally identical.
yeah, you you can't like. And I'm trying to think. I mean, even though Donovan McNabb didn't win, but like, there's a reason why Steve McNair didn't win. I mean, you can kind of think about that. Like, right? Like, there's certain people like if you there are, two country. Hell, Philip Rivers, he's Alabama bumpkin. The last country, anything white or black to win will probably be Brett Favre, and they ain't going back down that road. I'm sorry.
Yeah, the block too high for Brett Favre on anything now.
So,
Yeah,
so if you're white, and yeah, you can be from the South, but you better be like Arch Manning or some shit like that.
yeah, you better be good on the media shit. Someone said Brady was co-host and Mahomes still lost. That's crazy. Every time Brady's at the Super Bowl, Mahomes can't win.
Yeah.
Damn, that's
And
crazy.
then I thought about, speaking of that, I thought about how the Eagles have won twice in the Super Bowl with Brady being there.
Same thing.
Yeah, so Florida YNs are banned from winning. Any YNs are banned from winning. Jalen Hurts ain't a YN. That's an old soul right there. That is not a YN. He way too calm to be a YN. He ain't spazzing out on people. Nah, he too calm for that shit.
By the way, isn't it crazy how later in the game, and me and you were kind of texting back and forth, but isn't it funny how like fourth quarter they go from no points to like 20 points in like 3 plays.
Yeah, how much time was it when they finally started scoring?
Maybe
Over the
nine
third.
minutes.
I know it was a hot minute. It was a very hot minute.
But
All of
And
a sudden they
somebody finished
can't
with
score.
22 points.
and that's why I laughed. Be fired like these motherfuckers started throwing deep like their life depended on it, right?
Yeah.
And I literally was laughing. I swear I was laughing out loud. Like, so you mean to tell me? And I get it. They were going. If you look at the long plays they had before, and he's getting sacked, they're taking 7-step drops, and Patrick Mahomes running around, and then still throwing the ball to interceptions and stuff. I'm like, have you ever played football before? Like, long night.
Man.
That's what I'm saying. They treat that shit like Madden.
It was like they had never played football before for like 3 quarters, and then they're stopping Saquon, but yet then like Jalen's kind of doing whatever he wants, all that, and I'm just like, and then I just kept watching the Chiefs' demeanor at like the coin toss.
Yeah.
It was like somebody
Oh, I'm
told him.
sorry. Oh, okay. All right.
What are you
It
saying?
was
E?
like
My
somebody
fault.
told him after the coin toss, like, yeah, so about the Super Bowl three-peat. Because like Travis Kelsey definitely kept looking like, yeah, this is over. And then when you seen Chris Jones, especially I forget what play, I think it was the second interception. Chris Jones put his like he was on the ground, like pounding the ground. I'm like, yeah, this feels over. Like,
Yeah, I was telling Dale earlier when he got hurt or whatever, that was the nail in the coffin. It wasn't even before, or it wasn't even after that deep touchdown by Devontae Smith. But when Homeboy was limping, I was like,
Over.
yeah,
yeah, they,
I mean,
and that was in the third quarter,
I'd
mind
have
you.
to look
It's
if
over.
y'all, if any of y'all know the, or at least even close to the stats. Like, and I swear to God, I mean this with all sincerity. Did they even run the ball 10 times in the game?
I forgot Kareem Hunt was on the team.
Uh,
That's how little they ran the
yeah,
ball.
like
I got
I
him.
think
I
in
got him.
I think in the first
Now go ahead.
half
Go
they
ahead.
ran the ball 3 times, maybe.
No, here it is. I got it up. This shit is crazy. Patrick Mahomes was the leading rusher, 4 attempts, 25 yards. His long was 8. Kareem Hunt, 3 rushes, 9 yards. P. Ryan, one attempt, 8 yards. Pacheco, 3 for 7. Philly, Jalen Hurts had 11 rushes, 72 yards. His long was 17. Barkley, 25 attempts. I don't even remember him
He-
touching the ball 25
Wait,
times like that. 57 yards.
Saquon had the ball 25 times. Are you shitting me?
25 rushes, that's what I say.
I would
So
have.
57 yards, 2.3 yards on average. I can't even talk.
Yo, I may have to watch that back just to see how did he touch the ball 25 times.
I know that's what the fuck the
That
stats say. 25. I don't recall 25 touches.
that may be the
But
wildest
yeah.
stat of the whole game. Like given the circumstances, like this man touched the ball 25 times. And you see he finished with what?
57 yards.
Shout out to the Super Bowl number 57. But what's even crazier is I that was one of the big prop bets. I definitely knew that he wasn't getting 113.
Yeah, I knew like especially after that big game he had in the NFC Championship game, they were like, nah, you can win, but you're not finna go off. You're not finna bust a 60-yard run. No.
He didn't even have a touchdown, and I kind of figured he wouldn't because like they were talking about the Super Bowl script on the first one, and I knew it wouldn't be exactly that. But I said there was so Saquon and Travis Kelsey definitely made uh the sports books money, or at least kept some of that money for him.
Someone said you could tell by the body language in the tunnel that KC was gonna lose. Eagles was too hyped or was more hyped. Yeah, they came out with a lot more energy than they did the first go round. I don't recall Sirianni crying. Yeah, Chiefs came out, a little flat. Even though last year they did come out flat last year, running out the tunnel. They actually looked like they was gonna lose last year, coming out the tunnel compared to San Francisco. But we know how that went.
Yeah,
Sorry.
like
Sorry,
Kansas
Chief.
City. When they came out, it was Mahomes. Like I remember they said their name, and then like it was Mahomes and Kelsey. They both ran out, and then with the Eagles, it wasn't even hell. I don't even remember seeing Jalen Hurts come out. It was just ironically, it was most of the defense out there.
Let me see.
Like when they ran out, it was
What
like
am I?
all the defensive guys, and I mentioned that to somebody as I was working. I'm like, man, it's like a bunch of defensive guys, and then like the offense kind of came out within that.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Hurts finished 17-22, 221 yards, two tutties, one INT, and then one rushing touchdown as well. Yeah, Devontae Smith was the leader, receptions leader with 69. Should have been AJ Brown, but they called one of them
Yeah,
back to open the game, which is crazy.
yeah, they
Kirk
weren't letting AJ
leaned in.
Brown get it twice off.
Worthy went crazy. He had 8 catches, 157 yards. Obviously, a lot of garbage time. 2 touchdowns. Kelsey only had 4 for 39. D Hop had 18 catches or 18 yards. One touchdown,
Do, you,
which I'd have feel it score.
do y'all know at one point Kelsey's over under like after the game started was 39.5.
What yards?
Yeah, it was.
Oh,
It was like 59.5 to begin. It went from 59.5 to 39.5. And one of my buddies, he literally had a $400 free bet, and he lost because he had 39 yards.
Damn.
But as I think I told you before, he was the loss leader in bets the whole season.
yeah. I remember someone telling me that because they were so used to seeing, the cap Travis Kelsey old, even though last year he had shown that he wasn't going to do that shit either. But people still was clinging on the fact that Travis Kelsey that they knew.
And yeah, Buddy Lee, Kelsey is. I said that last year though, but definitely this year. Like if you look at him, like he was a little more Springer. Like if they revamp that team, even though you ain't gonna kick Kelsey off, but you could definitely see the difference between Noah Gray and Kelsey. It's not even close.
Yeah, someone said, appreciate super chat. This will work. A legit NFL couldn't fix too hard. Oh no, this was not no flip script. This was not a Vince McMahon at the last second before the wrestler runs out of the gorilla position that, hey, by the way, you're not gonna win this. No, this was we didn't have this conversation for a while. Eagles is gonna win. So they didn't flip shit. Regardless of what people say, they did not flip a goddamn thing.
Yeah, I think they told him a couple weeks ago, like, cause like after the Commander stuff and it was the way it was, and well, we barely beat the Bills. You they ran out that tunnel, and Mahomes. I'll say this: nobody could ever say he's better than Tom Brady because, firstly, you lost to Tom Brady in championship game and a Super Bowl, so the discussion's over there. And then you lose to Jalen Hurts. Tom Brady ain't losing to any nigga quarterback. I'm sorry.
Did he even play one? No, he
McNabb.
didn't. Oh, McNabb. Yeah, McNabb. That's the only one. And Russell. No, Russell
Yeah,
played
he
too.
played.
But 1.5. 1.5.
Yeah,
Even though they say Russell is full black, but that hair says
yeah.
otherwise. 1.5. I don't
He's
care.
half, but he ain't losing to any of them. Like it's just how it is. So yeah, they could have told Tom he was playing Jalen Hurts for 4 weeks. He'd have been like, Hulk Hogan style, that doesn't work for me, brother.
So when they went in the halftime 24-0, I thought they were gonna pull off some shit with a comeback that would have been so obvious, especially with Tom in the building. Because I know they played into that 28-3 shit too.
Mm-hmm. Got them.
Gronk and Kurt Menefee mentioned it.
Trapped them. Trapped them like crazy with that shit.
And they was cooked. And I know Mahomes had 24 yards passing at halftime too, down
Yeah,
24.
and who
We obviously know why, but
and I
I ain't gotta say his name.
I thought about two things. I thought about Mr. Laker, and then I thought about that at the same time because I was like, man, they're up 24. Like, will they let Patrick Mahomes pull Tom Brady? And then after that first drive, I know we had kind of talk, and I was like, yeah, you can't. You got to get it started. And like I said, they act like until the fourth quarter they didn't know how to play football.
And then that's when they turned it on. I was
Mm-hmm.
amazed Mahomes even finished with 200 and something passing yards. Like,
Word.
ain't no way in hell. Man was in the double digits for a good amount of the game. Like he had like 50 something yards passing late in the third.
If y'all remember what happened with that DeAndre Hopkins catch was kind of it. If you remember, he's coming
Yo.
across.
Oh
Oh
yeah,
my
open.
God. When he just dropped that shit.
Hit him
Oh
in the
my
hands and he
God.
dropped. I was like, D Hop don't drop passes now. Open.
That was super over right there. I'm out here. Game is over. It's over. When
And
that
if you
happened,
watch,
it's
a
over.
a B, if you watch it back, what's crazy about the whole thing too? Because I watched it 3 times at work. He is looking. He looks at the ball until the ball is about to his hands, like he puts his hands out. And then when the ball's about maybe 3 yards closer to him to catch it,
He moves
he
away.
literally looks away.
It's playing, bro. He got
Like
everybody.
And it's like,
he didn't look at it at all. I'm telling you, watch it back. You'll see he's looking, and then when it comes, or it's like it's about to come close, he looks away, and then the ball hits him in the hands and falls down. And I said, as somebody who's been around, especially long as he has, and this being the biggest game of your life, I'm like, you mean to tell me you're not looking the ball because nobody was around him, and it was like he was looking at somebody to get hit or to hit him, even though nobody's around him. He could have looked it in, caught it, and still ran probably another 15, 20 yards.
Yeah.
that's what Devontae Smith did in that game against the Commanders in the regular season. Then that second matchup when he was open, he did the same shit. He turned his head too soon when they hit him in the hands and had to play it off like he didn't mean to drop that
Yeah.
shit.
Because Mahomes looked at him like, are you serious? Like, and it's crazy because Hopkins, Hollywood Brown, they had kind of got their team all season was a mixture of like guys who had won Super Bowls and been there, like Juju and Justin Watson and stuff like that, and guys who like, hey, we're trying to bring you up to win a Super Bowl.
Yeah, he said Brady smiling the whole time.
Hell yeah. Yup.
Excuse
Yup.
me, knowing they won't three-peat.
Yup. That's why I was like, yo, they're not gonna let this nigga
Appreciate the
win.
super chat.
That's when I realized I said, yeah, they're not gonna win. They're not gonna let this nigga win while Brady calling the game. Nah, hell no. It's not happening. It ain't happening.
Man, boy.
He's not gonna pass Brady, bro. NFL is not gonna let that happen. They're not gonna let him pass Brady with accomplishments. It's not gonna happen.
I will say, because all year they talked about, well, obviously Fox doing the game and Brady handing the Super Bowl over, and then ironically they had Terry Bradshaw hand it to, the Eagles. I was like, damn, this he ain't gonna hand the trophy over.
They did what? You say went from you say
It
Brady to
wasn't it Terry Bradshaw that gave
Bradshaw?
the trophy over.
I was on live at that point. I was done watching. I didn't see that
Yeah,
part.
chat. If y'all seen, I think let me know. I do believe because I saw Terry Bradshaw out there, so I don't think Tom Brady handed the trophy over. I think it was Terry Bradshaw.
Nah, Bradshaw's the one that does it.
Yeah, but it was supposed to be Brady this year. He was supposed to.
I didn't hear about that
Yeah,
part. I didn't know
like that's
Brady was
what
supposed
I
to be handing
heard.
off the
Like he was
trophy.
supposed to be the one handing the trophy over, and then. But I, but I do
That's
believe that.
crazy.
I do believe, and we talk about that as far as wrestling and stuff all the time. And I've said that during, ironically, Super Bowls and stuff. But I'll give a perfect case in point. I remember, and I've said that on here a few times. Roethlisberger, um, Dak Prescott, what about 10, 11 years ago, however long ago it was. Y'all remember it was Dak's rookie year, whenever that was. So they played the
2016.
Steelers in Pittsburgh. Roethlisberger scores a touchdown, and that makes him up either 3 or 2. I forget exactly the score, but it makes them up. And before they even kick the kickoff, you can see Roethlisberger literally shaking his head like, "Fuck, this is some bullshit," right? And I remember telling my brother at the time, like, "Yeah, these boys about to lose," because he's a Steeler fan. I was like, "Y'all, yeah, y'all about to lose." You can just see it on his face. And then that was when Zeke had like a 50, 60-yard run for a touchdown, right? Against them.
Mm-hmm.
And what the big significance about that game in particular was that um, uh, Roethlisberger's record for being a rookie was about to end. Or but it didn't end. He tied him because I think Dak ironically lost to the Eagles the last week. But like it was like 13 wins or 14 wins as a starting rookie, whatever it was. He was going to tie his record by winning the game that he did against him. You could tell he was salty about it. So even though these guys may have scripts or whatever, I say that all the time, they're still human, so they still be haters.
Oh yeah, it's like pro wrestlers got egos and shit. Like even though everybody know the outcome is predetermined and who wins, but shit, we've seen John Cena stop many people's pushes, Randy Orton stop people's pushes, Hulk Hogan, Steve Austin, you name it, Shawn Michaels, because they still want to be that guy in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Like I've said before, that name holds weight. When you put Super Bowl winning quarterback ahead of your name, your stock goes up on whatever the fuck you do. When you put Super Bowl MVP in front of your name, Finals champion, whatever 4-time champion, that puts stock in your name. Whether you go in media, whether you do some shit outside of media, it's the fact that you can say you did this. So that's why, like, some people say that not all these players don't care if they win. I'm gonna put it like this: if you played your whole career on a shitty losing team, chances are you really don't give a fuck about winning because that's the culture. That's all you know culture wise. Like, if you went from, I don't know, playing for the Oakland Raiders when they was bad to the New England Patriots, like a Randy Moss, it's a different, different culture right there. It's like, oh shit, these niggas like the military
Did
with
you
this
ever
shit. I can't just do whatever I want. I gotta really be on
did
my
you ever
shit.
hear
There's a certain way you gotta
Randy
think.
Moss speaking of that, not to cut you off, but did you ever hear Randy Moss tell, well, it was on the roast with Tom Brady. Did you ever hear him tell Tom Brady? He was like, "Oh, you didn't think to cheat when I was here." You ever hear that shit? I was laughing.
Say what again?
Watch back. Randy Moss is on the roast of Tom Brady. He at one point. Do you remember that, Dell?
What?
When Randy Moss was on, this is like a year ago. He was on the roast of Tom Brady. He tells Tom Brady at one point, he's like, "Yeah, one of the things I'm mad about is, they say that you guys were cheating, Spygate, this, that, and the third." But he was like, "Shit, I didn't want a ring. Why didn't you? Why weren't we were too good to cheat while I was here?"
Oh, that
Yeah, I
was on
remember
that.
that.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, on the
Roast.
Kevin Hart shit, right? Or no?
Yeah, no, not the Kevin Hart, the Tom Brady
Yeah,
roast.
Tom. Yeah, exactly. When they had all them people on there.
Yeah, and so he felt a certain type of way about that. Like, yeah, why the fuck am I like not good enough to cheat? He literally said that. He was like, "Why am I not good enough to cheat for
Most WWE wrestlers don't own their name. If they came in there with the same name and they didn't bother changing it, they can keep it. If it's their real name, they can keep it, but not
it?" Yeah.
all.
Shout out to John Cena still being technically owned because he gave his rights away.
Oh, speaking of which segues back before I close out, back to the Chiefs and Travis Kelsey. I don't know. I think I told you about this, Ian. But apparently, after football, Travis Kelsey is gonna be going in, like, a lot of films in Hollywood and stuff. Hence, Taylor Swift relationship upping his stock. But I'm talking about, again, upping his stock. And he's supposed to be the guy who could replace John Cena potentially in a lot of future movies that they plan on developing. And John Cena, being John Cena, did what he did in WWE, and he's trying to badmouth him and stop that shit from happening. Because a lot of people talking positive about Travis Kelce in movies and stuff. And Cena's like he trying to cut that off because Cena's trying to rise in the Hollywood shit now too. He's trying to get to the Rock status with it, but he's not there yet.
Yeah, I mean the best thing. I'll say this: I don't know how long, if anybody in the chat has been into a McDonald's lately, but if you go through the drive-through, just know after you order, literally John Cena's face pops up. And
What is it again?
in
What?
the drive-through at McDonald's, the next time, no matter what you order, if you go through the drive-through, John Cena's face pops up after you take your order. It'll be like, oh yeah, you owe this, and it'll be John Cena literally holding like a burger or some fries or some shit.
That's so
wild.
weird.
Yeah,
That's
that is.
Yeah,
wild, right?
Get the most swole, steroided out nigga you can find to serve you fast
yeah.
food.
Mad
Hey,
suspect.
Like, that's smart. You should have got. They should have got a fat nigga to do it, like the Big Show or something. Would have made sense. It would have been on brand, you
yeah.
know.
Hey,
Get Mark Henry to punch through that bitch like here's your motherfucking
yeah.
food,
John
man, or
Cena
something.
sells fucking everything right now. I mean, it makes sense. Like he has to figure out something, and that is true. Batista is a bigger help.
I mean, he was part of the MCU. Like he got the rocket ship,
Yeah,
pun intended,
Batista may.
out the galaxy. Yeah,
I would
so
say Batista
yeah.
may be a bigger superstar as far as a movie star than The Rock, given as far as his movies are better. But that's all that.
Yeah, so John Cena. There's a lot of. There's a YouTube channel. Actually, I'm gonna give him a shout out too.
What?
If I can find it real quick, they do these videos like these 40-minute videos called "The Dark Side of CM." He just dropped on CM Punk, the Dark Side of Randy Orton, the Dark Side of John Cena. They do a good job on them. They did one on Brock Lesnar, but I'm gonna try to find their channel real quick. Shout it out because like I wrestling documentaries by Spotlight. That's it. Wrestling documentaries by Spotlight got some good shit on like different wrestlers. Y'all need to check that out. That's all I'm gonna say. He got one on Batista too, ironically.
Yeah.
But it shows you how
Shit.
much the assholes a lot of these pro wrestlers are. I'm sure there's a channel that does it for football players too. I don't know who yet, but we'll see.
Oh
I'll
yeah.
say this real quick on that too. On the side note, um, like we were kind of talking about the last 10 minutes, like these, whether you're an athlete or sports entertainer or a musician like Kendrick Lamar, Drake, or whoever the fuck. Like, I mean, if regular people have egos, like I remember, I forget exactly who it was. Shout out to you though. I remember you were going off on somebody. I was like, damn. I was like, last week or whatever. Like yeah, like and then be fire. I remember you. Shout out to you. I love bringing this stuff up. I remember you were going off with somebody calling their name out. I don't want to disrespect anybody whose name it was or wasn't. Where you're like, yeah, your name is insert whatever here, nigga. Like,
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yes, it's funny as
I
hell.
keep receipts in my head. I'm telling you. So that's why I just, I don't come after y'all because I don't want any smoke. I love both of y'all or all three of y'all. I don't want to do y'all like that. So don't put my name in anything. But whoever it was that was pissing y'all the fuck off, I was like, God damn, it ain't gonna be me. I'm like, I'm keeping it just generic in the chat, like, because I remember the whole last rant. I'm not the whole, but it was like, yeah, he was like, yeah, y'all just used gematria and this, that, way, and the third. Like, your name is, and I forget the one dude's name, but I literally cracked up after the chat was over. Like, damn, like you done
Neil. His
roasted this
name is
dude's
Neil.
name. Like, I know I got a roastable name. Fuck that. Like, I can't let this shit go like that. But I say that to say this though, for real. Like people have egos, and I don't even mean that in a bad way. Like we all have an ego, whether you're fucking, making millions of dollars or making fucking $5. The difference is like once like being the man in the arena is the thing. Like whether we're doing like a podcast or we're doing something on wrestling or whatever, football, these guys have egos. So if you think that even though some stuff may be a work, if you think like they don't feel a certain type of way or feel like, damn, like I ain't shit. Like I just lost to Jalen Hurts. You know, some of those guys like D Hop, that nigga ain't ever going to a Super Bowl again. Fucking Hollywood Brown, that nigga may
Damn.
not even be on the team.
This
You,
week, this week gonna have another one. But keep going, Ian.
you feel what I'm saying? That nigga may not even be on the team next year. Like, because he's been on multiple teams. And so to go your whole career and to get to that point, and like, you know, for some of these guys, it's like almost over. Like Chris Jones could at least say he won. Some of those other guys, but other guys, they jumped on the bandwagon to be like winners, and now they're bums. Like how you're just
And
like D Hop's career is gonna end like, yeah, you lost. You were with the Texans. Yeah, you had a good career. Uh,
coulda, shoulda,
you're a
woulda.
French Hall of Famer. At least you'll be a Texan Hall of Famer, right?
The next Andre Johnson, yeah.
Yeah, at least you'll have that. But it's
Coulda,
like
shoulda, woulda,
that
nigga.
that ultimate. Nobody cares. We're going to.
Yeah, that's like the piggyback off of that Tom Brady after he lost to Eli the first time. He didn't even shake that man's hand. Cause you know Brady's competitive. You heard the shit Shady said after the Bucks beat the Saints in the playoffs. Like Tom was talking shit about beating Drew Brees. Like, sure it's scripted, but he really wanted to beat Drew Brees to add that to his mantle of top quarterbacks he done beat, from Peyton to Phillip Rivers to Aaron Rodgers to Drew Brees. Just add another one to the list.
That resume.
Yeah, exactly. Big Ben on the list. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, like Lamar, he tired of
Hey,
having to throw games, but he know what he got to do.
real. You know what's
Yeah,
crazy? They try to compare Mahomes already to Brady. There's no comparison. I'm not even gonna lie, bro. I'm
It's a
not.
what have you done for me lately league in every sport,
Right.
basketball,
Seriously.
football, boxing,
Exactly.
and especially like a lot of the younger kids and stuff that got their phones and stuff, or they watch the game just through highlights, so they
Mhm.
not really looking deep into it. Or some of the players that we grew up watching in the sport, they too young to remember. They didn't grow up watching that, so it don't exist to
That's
them
a
like that.
fact.
You
That's a
can't.
fact.
They
That's what
can't
I'm
really
saying.
visually under or like visually what's the word I'm looking
They
for?
don't understand. They don't
Understand
period. Yeah.
like if you tell them about
They don't
Michael
understand.
Jordan and they didn't grow up watching that or seeing
It's
more than just the highlights, they don't understand what made him say better than a LeBron because they grew up and that's all they know, or grew up
actually
watching Kobe. So
Noah. On your comment right there, your comment isn't even valid right now about Brady not even better than Mahomes. Because what happened in the playoffs when
oh
Brady played Mahomes? AFC Championship, Super Bowl. What happened?
right. Like that wasn't even. And I said, yeah, he could be nigga Tom Brady, but technically, I mean, even though he sort of is still because he's won 3 Super
Yeah.
Bowls. I mean that's a hell of a feat given circumstances. But he can never
Facts.
really be Tom Brady because even though I know the loss to the Eagles, whatever, like you can't lose the 2 Super Bowls like within like that time span and get blown out. Like,
He got
can
blown
you
out.
tell
Oh,
me when Tom Brady got blown out of a Super Bowl, sir?
never.
never.
Says Brady
Never.
don't care about being the GOAT. What? Yeah, he did care, even if he
What?
got all types of help and got all these passes and shit. Yes, what we just say, egos exist. Don't
That
let that
nigga.
Tom,
nice Tom
That
shit
nigga.
fool you. He
yeah,
was real
Tom Brady.
competitive. He was
But
really competitive. He hated losing, just like
and
Michael.
somebody missing Mark Sanchez, and mind you, like I'm a Jets fan, but I want to mention this. Think about this: the last time that it wasn't Mahomes or Tom Brady in the AFC, ironically, was Mark Sanchez and Ben Roethlisberger in 2010. So yeah, people can say, "Well, it was Mark Sanchez." Mark Sanchez has been in more AFC Championship games than that nigga Lamar Jackson has.
Which is insane but true.
But and so anybody tell me, I'm sorry, I had to yell it like that. Anybody tell me when he's better than Mark. Yeah, oh, he won MVPs. Yeah, who gives a fuck? Tell me when he gets the two AFC Championship games. I'll wait. He
I
still hasn't
remember.
been.
That's when Sanchez beat Brady, right? They go into the next round.
Sanchez beat Brady,
Yeah.
Manning, People forget all about that. Phillip Rivers, Carson Palmer.
Damn, that's a crazy resume.
But
Yeah,
hey,
that is a
oh yeah,
crazy.
Lamar. Lamar can't even beat fucking Josh Allen. Get the fuck out of here.
That is a crazy resume that Mark has, though. And we
Lamar,
know the games are not
Lamar,
decided on the field. We are just talking about that competitive drive is still gonna be there, even if you know that you
Right,
gotta lose. That shit is something that you grew up always having. It's not gonna go away.
and people, I want to
oh,
mention this to y'all too. People are talking about, well, Mark Sanchez. Lamar lost to fucking Ryan Tannehill.
I was
Come
just about
on,
to
man.
bring that one up, and that wasn't even a close game. That was a blowout too.
It was a blowout. Oh, yeah. Mark Sanchez, you losing to Ryan Tannehill?
that's wild. And to go back on the competitive aspect, y'all can't forget these people been playing football since Pee Wee's, high school. It's before this. All right, it's not. They just didn't just come in the NFL.
Yeah, like a
So
lot of it is it becomes habit. You know, you do something 1,000 times, you develop a
right,
habit. It's been a habit that they worked out and did all this shit from a young age. On top of that, you see these players talk about when they retire. There's an adrenaline rush they get from this too, from doing this that they can't replace
right,
in the regular world, and that's why a lot of them, football, basketball, racing, whatever, they can't function because they can't get that same drive and shit. And that's why some of them develop certain unhealthy habits, whether it be, just spin tricking off on bitches all the time, uh, drug habits. They trying to find that high. They can't get it. Cam Newton talked about on that damn Special Forces show. Golden Tate mentioned it too. Like they
mm,
can't get that shit back. So
Imagine, and this is for everybody on here. Like, imagine whatever it is you do. Like, hell, as far as even on the local level, and I know it'd be fire. Like, you live in New York, right?
Mhm.
Like, and like I've been in New York, and I know how it is. But imagine, like, every time you went to like Times Square or the Garden or whatever, like everybody cheered your name or everybody booed you. Who gives a fuck what they did? They just like you
react
felt
in a
the
way.
energy from that. Dale, I forget where you live, but like every time you were in like a certain situation in your city, like
yeah,
everybody like yells or screams or boos. It don't matter what the energy is. They just give it to you.
100%.
Obviously, Lobo, I know you're
That's
in Tennessee. Like imagine like Neyland Stadium, just Rocky Top, Tennessee, but it's for you. Again,
Oh, that's
that
you get a
adrenaline.
high because people giving people are giving them or you know what I'm trying to say, giving you
Yeah.
their energy, and you can
I,
feel that
I see
shit.
that
You
shit.
can physically feel that shit. Like
You can, and I see that shit all the time, Ian, because I live in
Okay.
Vegas, so it's here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So yeah, you definitely know what
Yeah,
I'm saying. Like, you know what I mean? Like that, all that energy, and of course, even though not to go all the way to here, but like certain people, we won't mention names. What they do is harvest, like during halftime shows and stuff, harvest energy. You know what I mean from people. That's why they have the concerts, and that's why they have the big ceremonies on it. It's to literally harvest energy from people because they know how to do that, whether it's good ways and or black magic or whatever. That's a whole longer story though. And so, but it's more about like if you're a player and you have that and you're used to it, when you're not that, like, and you're watching somebody else, like you said, you don't get that same high. You don't get that. And that's why those wrestlers or singers or whatever, that's why anybody in that entertainment industry, like that, that's why they notice that because once it's gone, like, look at the Rumble for y'all that watch the Royal Rumble, like when the old guys come out or old girls come out, like they literally damn near be crying. And even though it's a work,
they
like
missed
they
that reaction from the people that they got when they was younger. They missed that shit. Even if they know they gotta go in at number 6 and be eliminated, be the third or fourth person eliminated, it's like, hey, I still got to feel that. Like shit, I show speed. I'm sure he had a blast, even though I know that shit hurt getting speared by Braun Breaker like that. But the whole crowd did the little what's his name, Cristiano Ronaldo thing. He got to do a back like in front of 70 something thousand people. Shit, if I was in the Royal Rumble for 10 seconds, I would be hype as hell. I make the best out of those 10 seconds, bro. What you mean?
And you know what's crazy is people will remember that he even though he was in there like 20 seconds, people will remember that for the rest of his life. People will remember that. That will go down in like celebrity wings. It's just like the Super Bowl. Like when you're watching uh Cooper DeJean run that back, which I didn't realize it was his birthday too, of course.
Damn, I ain't
Like
know his birthday. I
yeah,
just know it
like
was
they
a white DB scored on in Black History Month. That's crazy.
yeah,
Mine's
of
pretty
course
sure.
it had to be a white DB. But
Mhm.
like as he scores or whatever, like scoring on I mean literally what kind of high that motherfucker's gonna have all the broads in New Orleans he can get. You mean to tell me you're on the Super Bowl winning team, it's your birthday, and you scored a touchdown? Oh, and by the way, um, for everybody watching, he also joins that list of a Super Bowl and national championship because he was, on Georgia.
Wait, say that again. Who?
Cooper DeJean, he was on Georgia when they won the national title, and he's a national championship now because he's a rookie.
I know he's a rookie. I know they made a big deal because he was a white
What?
DB, and he a minority in his occupation, if you will. I think.
Yeah, because remember Georgia beat TCU a few years ago.
Hold on, let me stop you. He did not play at Georgia. He played at Iowa.
He played. I swear I thought he played
Jalen
Georgia.
Carter played at Georgia one
Okay,
day.
so
Yeah, I
it's
was
him.
like,
Okay,
Cooper,
I
yeah,
thought
I
it
knew
was
he
him.
played at Iowa. I was like, I know I ain't tripping.
Yeah, I thought Cooper went to Georgia too,
You
but
thinking of Lad McConkey, the white receiver?
okay, yeah. But yeah, Jalen Carter got it. I'm sorry, but with Cooper, at least the Super Bowl winner is his birthday. Still same premise. Like he's, I mean, living life. Hell, Saquon, leaving the fucking loser ass Giants, who are like the Jets, just also ran being a winner. Like, I mean, that has to be like the highest of highs you can probably get, like in life, like legitimately.
Yeah, you can't really top that shit for real. Like, unless you are fortunate enough to play on the Chiefs and win multiple Super Bowls. Like, yeah,
Mm.
that's one of those moments. That's why they asked him, did he take pictures and they try to commemorate all this shit. Even just going there, even if you know you lose, you still a memory that you might not go back. Same with the national championship. So I mean, yeah, even though it's scripted, you can still, I guess, be sentimental in your own way if you're in it or something like that. If it means something to you.
I'll say this on a quick side note. I know all four of us have done your show, multiple Super Bowls now. Like so many people who probably, know you or whatever, they may not get that opportunity. But I know us four have definitely been on there. And like that's the thing too. Like, I mean, I definitely don't take it for granted. I'm pretty sure nobody else does too. But like the fact that we get to be on a national platform, Dell gets to like really talk shit with his hat on. Like, yeah, fuck these guys. I told you guys a couple weeks ago you ain't shit. Like, yeah. I still remember all the stuff you said. Like I said, in a good way. Like, yeah, like let them know, fuck them. But, like be fired, like the shit. You got talk, and I mean that all with love, by the way. Like the fact that we get to do this is an honor and a pleasure. You know what I mean? The fact that even, and I know I'm speaking for y'all kind of real quick, but being on, I wasn't on as much this year because I was working literally all these fucking games like crazy at my job. But the fact that I would get to come on sometimes and then watch you guys talk and watch you guys talk about the season and a lot of shit y'all said, y'all were super on point. And so people can't say that you guys' record, all three of y'all, like y'all don't know what y'all talking about. Like y'all go with what your gut is, you realize what the narratives are, stuff like that, and then realize like hell, you know, even though again it's a work, the NFL is a business, and like I'll say this, next year will be more unpredictable than this year because the league knows they have to kind of go into a new direction. I'll just say that
Yeah,
much.
yeah, you ain't lying about that shit. And yeah, I agree with all that shit you said. I'm usually not the person who's like super sentimental about things. I guess I'm like Jalen Hurts in the aspect. But yeah, I agree with all that stuff. And it's been fun, having you on, B, Dell, always, man. Known this nigga for years. Uh, Derek, obviously, he's in hiding right now. But yeah, like I was telling Dell before we went live, like this season for the pregame pick'em was the funnest I've had doing this shit. And I've had from people from Pat Trufner to B to Derek to Dell. It's been a mix, but yeah, I really have enjoyed this shit. And I look forward to doing the shit next year too. And NBA too. Can't forget about that. NBA. But yeah, man, I think that's a good place to, end the season, put a little bookmark on it or a little pin on it. Have fun chopping up all y'all and stuff. We're gonna have some more content this week. Another episode of WWE Talk. We got a lot to talk about from SmackDown to Raw to Royal
Yeah.
Rumble. What's going forward with the Elimination Chamber. So stay tuned for that. And again, shout out
Oh,
Ian,
I'm also
Derek,
I'm also
B.
pretty
What you gotta say?
I'm I'm also pretty sure you're going to go live soon in a couple days because I know I am, and I know the rest of you guys should go live too when we find out some new news because there's always going to be some news around the Super Bowl,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, you're
So
right. You're
just
right.
just look forward to that, guys. There's something's going to happen. Not wishing anything, but something's going to happen. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I will say I think a lot of stuff will definitely happen. It's kind of happening around the Super Bowl with obviously the Aaron Rodgers news stuff like that. And I do have a quick question. Do y'all remember? I know obviously Eagles won Super Bowl. What was it? 52, right? Um, do y'all remember? Was that Trump's first year or second year? Do y'all remember?
First,
first.
Ain't that about a bit? But going ahead.
That's a good point. I didn't even think about that shit.
I was thinking about why you were talking, and I had to bring that up before we went off because I was like, "Damn, Trump
oh wait,
wins."
I'm sorry. Oh, you said his first time or his first year? That was
First
his second
year.
year. Second year. I'm sorry.
Yeah, well,
The
yeah, because
Patriots
the
won.
28-3.
Patriots won
Yeah,
his first
yeah.
year.
Yeah.
But that's still
Hey,
crazy though, ain't it? Like that, like Trump, Eagles.
uh,
And then
I'll give you,
America,
American
Patriots.
yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I'll give you one, the like quick one if y'all don't remember. Even though I'm pretty sure it'll be easy for people. So one of the things that I did think about was that so Trump, his birthday, if y'all don't know, is Flag Day. The flag was sewn in Philadelphia,
Original capital of the country.
and Trump Eagles flag. Like, and I kind of thought about that, but then I was like, well, Chiefs, he's going to be at the game, but obviously, et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, there's a thing about, like, I guess people have to look, especially with Trump being in office, not saying necessarily Eagles all the way, but definitely think about Trump symbolism with whoever it is going forward. I'll just say that for the next 3 years. Now,
Interesting.
I'll just leave it at that.
Interesting. Dill, what you got to close it out?
Fly
Cause I ain't heard
Eagles.
that phrase in a minute, actually.
Which one?
You know which one, man. You know the
The
phrase.
video that I be doing? That I be
You
doing?
know the phrase. People in here know the phrase. You know what it is.
Get into it. The NFL is rigged. The NFL is scripted. Every major sport is rigged and scripted. And y'all know what I'm gonna say. You know the outcomes before the game is even played.
Man, hit that like button and y'all have a good night, man. Drink a lot of water tomorrow if you drink a lot too. Get you some Powerade, Pedialyte, whatever it is. Drink you some water.